I know some people out there said that the demand to see Caitlin Clark was not going to be what it was last year, right?
Caitlin Clark tickets have hit a staggering $4,400 after Iowa's preseason game sold out in just 30 minutes. The demand is so intense that even the Washington Mystics are making changes to accommodate the Clark effect.
But it doesn't seem like that situation has done a damn thing for her popularity at all. All right, because tickets went on sale for the preseason game against the Brazilian national team at Carver Hawkeye Arena. They sold out in 45 minutes, folks.
The Washington Mystics just made a huge move, relocating their matchup against the Indiana Fever to a much bigger venue, all because of the Caitlin Clark effect. This isn't just about one player. This is a complete transformation of women's basketball. So let's break it all down. Caitlin Clark isn't even in the WNBA yet, and she's already the biggest draw in basketball. Iowa's preseason game wasn't expected to be anything more than a simple warm-up, but fans had other plans. Within just 30 minutes, the tickets were completely gone, a sellout faster than most NBA teams see for regular season games.
I would say there were 15,000 tickets. Obviously, I think Iowa season ticket holders got first dibs, which is right if they did. And then you're looking at a situation where basically no Fever fans got them. It's a preseason game. This is a preseason game, and it's sold out in about 10 seconds. Like, there was a 10% chance if you tried to buy them, you could get them, which is mad.
Caitlin Clark's impact on the WNBA isn't just hype. It's changing the way teams operate, how arenas fill up, and how the league capitalizes on newfound attention. And if you thought this was just an Iowa thing, think again. The ripple effect of her presence in the league is undeniable, and teams are now making unprecedented moves to keep up with the overwhelming demand to see her play.
You know, a lot of people are saying they need to move this to a stadium because there's no doubt in Iowa, if you move this to a stadium, it would be sold out. Just over 30 minutes, not even to the general public, kind of like her Wilson basketball selling out before it was announced to the general public. Everything Caitlin Clark touches turns to gold.
Take the Washington Mystics, for example. Originally, their upcoming home game against Caitlin Clark and the Indiana Fever was scheduled to take place at the Entertainment and Sports Arena, a cozy but modest venue with a seating capacity of about 4,200. It's where the Mystics play most of their home games, and under normal circumstances, it would have been more than enough. But these aren't normal circumstances. The demand for this particular game was so overwhelming that the Mystics had to make a drastic move. They decided to relocate the game to Capital One Arena, a venue that can hold over 20,000 fans.
Asia Wilson, is anybody paying $4,500 to get into one of your Angel Reese? Inquiring minds want to know. Is anybody paying that kind of money to get in your games?
Now, fast forward to 2024, and the Mystics are making this move, not for the playoffs, not for a championship game, but for a regular season matchup against the Indiana Fever. And the reason? One player, Caitlin Clark. This decision speaks volumes about Clark's influence. She's not just another rookie, she's a spectacle, a box office draw, and the single biggest driving force behind the WNBA's surge in popularity this season.
$57 is the lowest one available through Vivid Seats. Ticket City, all right? Ticket City, I sorted this by lowest to start. $617. Well, let me just scroll down here. The highest one, also sideline B, $4,457. Damn. That's crazy. So we got two places. So anywhere from $557 to 40, basically, let's just call it $4,500 to $4,500 for a preseason game. What are we talking about here? Asia Wilson, is anybody paying $4,500 to get into one of your Angel Reese? Inquiring minds want to know. Is anybody paying that kind of money to get in your games. I don't believe that's happening. So this got announced. Man, the Mystics owner is not afraid of money. Now, is she? Oh, no, no comment. Nothing to see here. Please move along. Indiana Fever 2025 road games at Mystics moved to Baltimore. All right. Indiana Fever's May 28th and September 7th road games at the Washington Mystics, originally scheduled to be played at the Entertainment and Sports Arena in Washington, D.C., has been moved to the CFG Bank Arena in Baltimore. It was announced today. So, I did a little research. I was like, oh, I wonder what the differences are here, right? Here we go. This is the difference. The Mystics play in the Entertainment and Sports Arena, which has a capacity of 4,200. The team sold out all of its home games last year, but was still third to last in the league's attendance. There's an appetite in D.C. for more Mystics, even if the team is poised for a rebuild.
Her presence alone is forcing the league to think bigger, adapt to skyrocketing ticket demands, and embrace a level of mainstream attention that women's basketball hasn't seen in years. We've already seen this trend play out in other cities. The Indiana Fever's road games are selling out across the league. Teams like the New York Liberty and Las Vegas Aces have also had to expand ticket availability when Clark comes to town. But Washington's move to a massive NBA arena underscores just how significant her impact is.
We can all be so fortunate to be living in a time of such change, of such big, enigmatic, generational talent existing in a time that we are alive. At least that's how I feel.
This isn't just about one game. It's a statement. A statement that Caitlin Clark is shifting the landscape of women's basketball in real time. A statement that the WNBA is no longer an afterthought, but a major attraction. And a statement that teams have to adjust, whether they're ready or not. So the real question is, how long before this becomes the norm? Because at this rate, it's clear, Caitlin Clark isn't just filling arenas. She's rewriting the playbook for what's possible in the WNBA. But let's take a step back and look at the bigger picture. Because the Caitlin Clark effect isn't just about sold-out arenas. It's transforming the entire business of women's basketball in ways we've never seen before. Let's start with attendance. The Indiana Fever, a team that struggled for relevance in recent years, is now expected to shatter records. Every arena she plays in is packed, whether it's a home game in Indiana or a road game in a city where women's basketball never used to be a hot ticket. Just look at the Washington Mystics. They had to move their game against Clark from a 4,200-seat venue to the massive 20,000-seat Capital One Arena just to accommodate the demand. Then there's merchandise sales, and let's be real. Caitlin Clark is a one-woman marketing machine. Every time her WNBA jersey hits the shelves, it's gone within hours. Limited edition basketballs sold out instantly. Nike and Wilson can't keep up. And retailers are seeing unprecedented demand for women's basketball gear. And we can't ignore viewership because the numbers don't lie. Remember the 2023 NCAA championship game between Clark's Iowa Hawkeyes and Angel Reese's LSU Tigers? It pulled in a staggering 9 million viewers, more than most NBA playoff games. Let that sink in. A women's college basketball game outdrew some of the biggest NBA matchups. Now, imagine Caitlin Clark playing in a full 82-game WNBA season with national coverage, rivalries, and even bigger stakes. Well, if you're the WNBA, it's time to start thinking even bigger. Because this isn't just a one-off trend. It's the start of a major shift in the business of women's basketball. The WNBA is entering uncharted territory, and teams must adapt quickly to meet the soaring demand. The Washington Mystics' decision to move their game against Caitlin Clark and the Indiana Fever to Capital One Arena was more than a logistical change. It was a clear acknowledgement of Clark's unparalleled drawing power. Their usual home, the Entertainment and Sports Arena, seats around 4,200 fans. But overwhelming interest forced the shift to a venue with over 20,000 seats. This kind of move is unheard of for a regular season game and signals a broader shift in the league's approach to maximizing attendance. Other franchises will soon face the same dilemma. Stick with smaller venues and turn away fans, or expand their reach and embrace this new wave of excitement. Beyond ticket sales, Caitlin Clark's presence is reshaping the WNBA's business model. Merchandise featuring her name and number consistently sells out within hours, proving that she's not just a basketball star, she's a marketable brand. The demand for her jerseys, signature shoes, and even custom memorabilia is skyrocketing, with retailers struggling to keep up. Historically, the WNBA has lagged behind in merchandise revenue compared to the NBA, but Clark's arrival is changing that narrative. Her appeal isn't limited to longtime women's basketball supporters. She's bringing in new fans who are eager to invest in the league's culture. The impact extends to television viewership, where Clark has already proven her ability to draw massive audiences. The 2023 NCAA championship game between Iowa and LSU pulled in nearly 10 million viewers, outperforming several NBA playoff games. That level of interest isn't going away. In fact, it's growing. Networks are already strategizing to secure as many of Clark's games as possible, recognizing the revenue potential of higher ratings and increased ad sales. More primetime slots are expected to open up, and discussions around new broadcasting deals will intensify. The league, which has long fought for more media exposure, is now in a position where TV networks are competing for a slice of the action. Sponsorship opportunities are another area seeing a seismic shift. Major brands are rushing to align themselves with Clark, understanding that her influence transcends basketball. From endorsements with top sports companies to partnerships with lifestyle brands, she's opening doors that were previously closed to WNBA athletes.
Big situation again, like Caitlin Clark selling out Iowa, sold out a preseason game. People saying it sold out in 40 minutes. This is within 20 minutes. Like, obviously, you couldn't get onto the damn website. It's sold out. You could have been trying to refreshing the page and not got tickets. Most of the time, it officially sold out in 40 minutes, but like realistically, it almost crashed the website.
This influx of corporate interest means bigger sponsorship deals for the league as a whole, elevating salaries, funding player development, and improving team facilities. Caitlin Clark's influence isn't just transforming ticket sales and TV ratings, it's completely reshaping the financial landscape of the WNBA. Sponsorships, which have historically been a challenge for women's basketball, are now flowing in at an unprecedented rate. Major corporations that once hesitated to invest in the league are suddenly eager to attach their name to Clark's rising stardom. Companies like Nike, Wilson, and Gatorade recognize that Clark isn't just another talented player. She's a global phenomenon capable of moving markets and shifting consumer trends. Her brand appeal extends far beyond basketball, making her one of the most sought-after athletes in sports today. This shift is about more than just individual deals. The influx of corporate interest means larger sponsorship agreements for entire teams and the league itself. With Clark at the forefront, the WNBA now has an opportunity to secure record-breaking partnerships, leading to higher player salaries, improved training facilities, and expanded marketing efforts. The financial ripple effect of her presence could elevate the league into a billion-dollar enterprise, bringing a new level of sustainability and long-term growth. What makes this moment truly extraordinary is that Clark hasn't even played a single professional game yet. The hype surrounding her debut is already rewriting the rules of engagement for women's sports. By the time she steps onto the court for her first official WNBA game, the landscape of the league could be forever changed. This isn't just about one player, it's about an entire sport finally getting the attention, investment, and respect it has long deserved. So what happens when she actually steps onto the court? When she starts setting rookie records? When she leads the Indiana Fever into the playoff conversation? When the WNBA, for the first time in history, becomes must-watch basketball on a national scale? So what do you think? Will more WNBA teams start relocating games to larger venues? And just how high can Caitlin Clark's impact go? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And if you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more basketball content. The Caitlin Clark era is just getting started. And trust me, you don't want to miss it. See you in the next one.